started it. Okay, I will continue. I will again tell about union and union all later on. So we have seen about union, union all. Union will give the distinct results. Union all will give the uh, duplicated results also. Then we are seeing a exists class, any and all operator. This all works on the subqueries. When the subqueries returns a true result, the outer query will get executed and gives the result. Okay. In a union, when you are doing with a union, the number of columns when you are doing in union of two tables, it should be same. If the column number of columns are different in the two tables or tables which you are doing union of it will give error. Okay, this is what I'm doing. So we have done we used a select query to find the exists of other table also. Now we are trying to set the table values using the exist, okay, based on a condition. Okay, I'll enter this. This is saying the query is successful and it is affected. Let's see what is for select star from users table. What is the result of user table? 1 minute. Select star from users. Okay, see, you can see it. The EU ID is changed to 0. Likewise, also you can see this is like you are telling you update the value only if the condition is satisfying. Likewise, also you can write queries. This is the update. We can also delete the record or means the row based on using the exist command. Okay, or you can give not exist only. You will update it. Okay, so this will be the reverse for this query. All the other fields like 2, 4, 6 AUID will get updated to zeros, but whereas 1 AUID will be 1 only all the time. Okay. Is this okay? Till now, is it okay? Please do tell, guys. Till now, is it okay? Okay. Okay. And one more in a delete I will show. Okay. One. You can insert the records based on the conditions also. You can delete the records based on the conditions also. Okay, any condition you can give it inside this update I've given. Do you want me to delete anything? Say for example, in user profile, I will check what is there. Both are different. Okay, I will write one insert command. Insert into users table. Select star from. Okay, a user profile. So these are kind of a subqueries you can keep adding it where um, exist. What are we going to select? Select a star from user profile where A is active. I give the condition is active equal to 0. Is active is in okay user profile where uh, some name we will give first name as Tom. Okay. So what this command will do? Insert into users table, select from the user profile where this exists. Select star from user profile where first name is equal to Tom. If it is existing, that it will copy and put it in your user table. Okay, user table doesn't have the Tom information. Okay, so if this condition is satisfied in the user table, then it will copy the data from the user profile and put it into users. Okay, let's see how this works. It is incorrect. It is incorrect datetime value. This will not work only, I think. Insert into user profiles. Why? Because the column fields between the two tables are different. That's why it will not work. Yeah, this will work. I'll tell you why it is not working. Okay, it has duplicated all the values. So why this query, the above query, the before query will not work is, I told to insert into a table users, right? But the user table was having a different column names than the user profile. That's why it is not inserting. Okay, once this condition is satisfied, select star from user profile means it is going to list the data of user profile into the users table. Okay, but it will not insert it. Why? Because field names are different. That is the reason I try to insert into the same table, which is user profile itself. So it is giving the result. It means this condition is satisfied. You have a user profile where first name is Tom is present, and you are selecting all the data from the user profile table, which was 4 records before, and inserting again into user profile itself. Okay, guys, is this fine? This is about exist. Then we will see the next operator any. Okay. The any operator is like any one of the condition is satisfied between the two tables column or a single table column. Then you can say like the condition is true and the outer query will get executed. So this is the outer query. Okay, and this is the subquery inside query. Okay, it is like a nested query. In joins also you can use it. We can have a joins between two tables and check the condition satisfied, then you can do anything. Okay, like this you can work. Okay, I will show some demo in any. Okay, for that we will create some two tables. Okay, create a table like a table A. I'll create to show the difference in this num underscore value int. Okay, so this is the table I'm creating, table A. It is going to have only one column, num underscore value, which is of type integer. Okay, then I will insert some values for the num underscore value. So insert into table A values. It is containing only one value, so I will give something like 10, 20, 25, something like that. Okay, so 3 rows are populated. Select star from table A. Okay, so it is having only one column and it is having these 3 records. In that 3 rows are there. Okay, I will also create another table. Create a table B, that will also have a num value field int. Okay, so I will insert the values into that. Insert into table B values, in that 20 something, some values I'll write, and 10. Okay, so table B, select star from table B is also populated with some 3 values. I am populating it. Okay, now I'll write the query to show how any works. Okay, any operator works. For that, okay, select all records from table A. Okay, so in that num value I will give, num value is the field name. So we have only num value greater than any. Okay, any of select, I will give space, greater than any, select star from table B. Okay, what this query is going to do, this is a query for any operator. Okay, here it will take any of the operators like a greater than, equal to, less than or equal to, not equal, likewise operator it will check. First it will check this, it will take the values from table A, and it will check each values from the table B if it is greater. Okay, one of it is greater, then it will give the result. I'll enter it, but it is throwing error like Select star from table A, num value greater than any select star from table. I think I missed something here. Okay, where class I have missed here, I think. Where? Select star from table A, num value where num value. Okay, which value is greater than where I have to give where num value is greater than any. Unknown any all subquery unknown columns. I think it's num value. Okay, so what it is doing when we take these two tables, what it is doing, select star from table A where num value, okay, num value is greater than any of the values in table B. I'll just display other tables also, then we can see the difference. Select star from table A, select star from table B. Okay, so how it is giving the result? The result is this 10, 20 and 25. Okay, it is actually doing the comparison between the two tables, table A and table B. 10 it will compare it with 20, 10 it will compare with 7. Okay, 10 is greater than 20, no, 10 is less than 20. 10 is greater than 7, yes, the condition is true. Okay, then 10 equal to 10, then it will go for 20. 20 greater than 20, no, it is equal, it is not greater, any of the condition is satisfied. 20 and 25 is not greater than any of this 27 or 10, but 10 is greater than 7, right? Right. Since that condition is satisfied, it is giving the result of that table. Okay, this table. Okay, guys, is this clear about any? So you can also give other conditions like equal to or not equal to. Okay, in the same query, we can change it to less than. Okay, this operator is a not equal to operator. Okay, if it is not equal, obviously there is values 10 is not equal to 7, right? 10 is not equal to 20. That condition is satisfied, so it is giving the result like this. So if we give the same thing with all, rather than any, with all, greater than all, so what it will do, whichever is all condition, see only 25 is greater than all, right? From table A, if you see the table A, 25 is greater than all. Only that row it returns and gives. Okay. So any will check if any of the condition is true, then the complete result of a first table, which is the resultant, the outer query table, it will display. Okay. This is the subquery, and whereas any all what it will do, whichever is satisfying the condition, that record it will give. Okay. All. Is this clear? Amalan, Manikandan sir, Venkana Babu. So in your query, in your table, if you wanted to check, like if any condition is satisfied also, you wanted to retrieve the result, that time you can go for this. Otherwise, you can use the all operator. Okay. Tell me, is it are you getting confused or is it clear? Manigandan sir, Venkana Babu, Amalan. Then you will be able to write the exercises, right? Lab exercises. Amalan. Okay, practice it. Okay, this is about this part is over. Next, we will see on the control functions. Okay, shall we move on to that? Okay, control functions is like in a other programming language, we will have that if class case switch cases and all. Likewise, you can also write in your queries. Okay, in your SQL queries, flow control functions are like a case statements, if null, if not null statements to retrieve the data from the database. Okay, from your tables. Some So flow control functions in SQL is a case if null and null if functions are there. Okay, returns the corresponding. What if case will do? It is same like switch case. Returns the corresponding result. Okay. Otherwise, in then branch if the condition is when the branch is satisfied. Otherwise, it returns the else result. Okay. If the particular case is satisfied, that result it will give. Otherwise, it will go to the other part. If will return based on the condition. Okay, if you are giving like 100 is greater than a 20, yes, it is a true, then it will give the first result, otherwise it will go for the else part result. This both case and if case is like a nested if, right? Case and if will work similarly only, but in order to use and avoid nested writing nested if, we will go for the case statements because it will be easy to traverse the code. Okay, and if null, what it will do? If one of the argument is not null, say if you pass two values and one of the argument is not null, then the null value it will neglect and it will give the proper result. I will show you if you have a two columns. Okay, one column is having a null value and the other column is having some meaningful data into that. Then if you give if null for displaying the both the columns, it will give the column value information without null. Okay, without null values only it will give. I will show that. Null if returns null if the first argument is equal to the second argument, otherwise it returns the first argument. Null if what it will do? It will do a comparison check between the two arguments. Okay, like first argument in the sense here you can think of a column name. If you are giving two column names, both the column names are both the values in the columns are same, then it will give the result. Otherwise, it will not get that result. That is what a null if will do. Null if we can also use it for the uh, to avoid the divide by zero error. Okay, so that I will show. But accidentally we will divide it by zero, right? That will be infinity will not be represented in your computer language. So in order to remove that kind of checks, we are not doing a zero division, that for that time you can go for null if. Okay, okay, I will show this statement case studies in this, I mean demo in this. In the case statement is goes through the conditions and returns a value when the first condition is met. It is same like if then else. Once the condition is stopped, it will stop reading and returns the result. If no conditions are true, it will return the result in the else part. Okay. If there is no else part and no conditions are true, it returns a null as the output. Okay. While retrieving the data, it will give the return. It will return null as the output. I'll show you this. And some examples here they have written like they have a student information and to student information. What they are doing is they are displaying the student information. Okay, student ID, name and department based the for the gender. Okay, in the gender in the original table, for the gender they have m male female, how they are representing m and f. Okay, but in the case statement they are trying to give it in a different way. Like case gender, it will look for the column name gender. When m is there, then it will give. This is how you have to write case statements in SQL. Okay, when m, then male, you will write it as a male. Okay, while displaying it will display it as a male. While f, then it will display it as a female. You will start the case and you will end the case. Inside that, when whatever the field values which are there, you can give a different name for that, or you can substitute it with a different value, or you can give a null value. Okay, when m is present, so for m it will replace it with male, male. For f it will replace it with female, female. Okay, this is how it works from the student table. If furthermore, so if condition, how it works is, this is how you will write if. Okay, if the condition you will give, select if 500 is lesser than 1000, then it will give if this condition is a true. If this condition is a true, then it will give the result as yes. First result it will give, otherwise it will give the result next result. Okay, 500 is a less than 1000, true. Then it will print 5 as it need not be yes or no. You can give anything whichever you wanted to print, that you can give it here. Similarly, select purchase ID quantity from some order details table. Okay, there you are giving the conditions like, see, we have an order details table. In the table, you are going to list purchase ID and quantity. And what is the condition you are applying while you are listing the table? If quantity is greater than 10, you will write it as a more. If quantity is a lesser than 10, then you will write it as less. Okay, that's how you are going to display the table. This we will see it, okay, with an example. And if null, the if null function is a part of the MySQL control flow function used for handling the null values. Okay, say for example, if some columns is having null value, that you can ignore it and display it. Okay, that's what they are saying. What it will do, if you're having this function if null, and you have one expression as a null and another one with a not null, whatever is not null, that value only will give. Okay, so if it is a 0 comma 5, 0 is not a null, right? 0 is a numeric number, that's why it is giving the output as a 0. And hello and teacher, if it is going to find the if null, nothing is null, none of the expression is null, so it gives the first result. If both expressions are null, then it gives null as the output. If one of the expression is null, okay, either expression 1 or expression 2 is null, it gives a non-null value. Okay, non-null expressions. This is about if null. And null if is to do comparison between the two values itself. Directly it will do the comparison. If null will check the null comparison. Okay, if null is present in any of the expression we are giving, whereas a null if will check for the value. Okay, if both the expression are same, then it will give the value as null. Okay, data science, we are passing into the function two values, data science and data science. Both are same, then it will give null as the output. Null if if it is not same, then first expression it will give as the output. Okay, guys. Null if 9 comma 5 both are not same, so first expression is going to be your output. It is also used for calculating the divide by zero error. You can prevent it. Okay. See here, if you can see it here in this location, if select 1 by 0, if rather than if you're going to divide anything, or say for example column 1 is containing marks and you wanted to divide it by column 2. Okay, there is a 0, marks is not updated for one of the records, then that time it will go and divide by 0, right? In that case you can check if both are null, both are 0 means both are equal, both the expression are equal, it will give the value as null, so it will become 1 by null. Okay, that is not meaningful, it will not throw any error, rather than getting into a situation of dividing 1 by 0. Okay, you can use this null. Okay, so I will show the examples in this. So some differences between case and if statement are here, you can go through that. Before going to view, we will see demo. Till now, is it okay? The slides are okay? Amalan, Venkana Babu. Were you able to follow, right? Okay, I'll show the examples in each of this, then it will be fine. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I'll just take the queries. Okay, what I will do, there is the user profile table, right? I will try to alter the table and add a gender field into that. Okay, so we have the table like a select a star from user profile. Okay, this is the table. Here, what I will do, I will add the gender. Okay, update, no, alter table gender with that. Alter table, table name is a user profile. I wanted to add a gender column into that table. Add, I'm going to add a gender. Okay, gender should have the type, right? So I will give the type as a string. Okay, some likewise. So it is fine. Then I have to update the table with the field value. Okay, so what I will do, update um, user profile table. So I'll show you what how the table looks like now. Select star from user profile. Okay, so gender column is created, but it is not having any value. That's why it is giving it as null. Okay, so what I will do, I will update the values for gender table. Update table name. Table name is user profile. This is the command to update. Okay, set. We are going to set gender equal to m. Okay, where AUID equal to 1. Okay, so this is the way you can update your table. Update the profile, user profile. Set the gender as AM where AUID equal to 1. So actually AUID to AUID 1 is there. So these two jacks will get changed because I duplicated it no in the previous one. So M it is getting changed. Likewise, we will update 3 with female. Okay, AUID 5 also we will make it as a female, and AUID 7 I will make it as male. Okay, so I will list this table. Select star from user profile. See, I have created a new column gender and I have updated the values for male and female. Okay, first we will write a case statement where M we will change to male, MALE. Likewise, we will change it. Okay, for that how I have to write, select star everything from this table. Okay, table comma case statement. You have to write it like that, like this case, or I can enter it also write it here. Okay, case, gender. Okay, gender is the column name. When, if it is M, then we will call it as a male. You can give double quotes or single quotes also for the strings. Okay, then next command, when F, then we call it as a female. Okay, this in double quotes. We have to end the case statement. End. Okay, we can also give it as a capital gender, as gender. GNDR. Okay, gender. From which table we have to do? From user profile table. We can write until unless a semicolon is given, the query will not get executed. Okay, guys. That's why if you keep enter, you can write like this. Select star, comma you have to give. This is a case statement starting. Okay, for which case we are taking the column gender. In that, if it is M, it will write it as MALE. If it is F, it will write it as FEMALE, female. Okay, and we are going to change the column name, column into uppercase. Okay, GNDR, likewise you have to write it. In from which table we are going to apply all these things, all the case statements on the user profile table. Likewise you have to give semicolon, then it will execute it. See, now you can see the difference, right? See, for before giving select start from user profile, it was like MF, M, like that. And after I gave the case statements, because I told in the case statement, if M is there, then it will give male, female, likewise. Okay, guys, this is how you have to write it, the case statements. Okay, one more. Is this clear? I will show one more example also. Like we will create a student table, then in the department we will try to change it. Okay, so this is the case statement. I will create one more table as student, and for the department I will give the different value. Okay, something is this thing here. Okay, student name and class we will have. Okay, what I will do, create table students, new table with the fields. A name I will have like a where care of 20, and the class, which class they belongs to. I will give that as also string where care of 20, like. Okay, table student already exists, it is saying, so I will give it as student. Okay, I have created a table with the name student. Then I will insert some values into that, into student table with name and a name like Amalan, and his stream like, or his class like a CS, and name like Venkana Babu. Okay, and his stream is like EC, and I will give another name like Manigandan sir, um, and value like CSE. Okay, likewise I am inserting the values into the table. It is throwing error because I have not given values here. Okay, so select star from student table, it is created. Okay, this is the student table with the name and class. For Amalan, Venkanababu and Manigandan, I have given this streams. Okay, now we will write a case statement. Rather than typing like this, we try to give a full name for all these things, all this class. Okay, so what I will do, select star, or you can also give a name. Okay, name comma class uh, for here I have to give a comma also. Okay, end of this I have to give a comma and a case. Case is class I am going to give when it is a CS, we will write it as, then we will write it as a computer science. Okay, when it is ECE, then we will write it as electric electronics. Okay, electronics, simply I will write electronics. Okay, only two condition I have given. I have not given the condition for CSE. Okay, then I will enter it, then end the case. Okay, and I will also change the name of the class to stream, STREAME. Okay, from which table we wanted to apply all this? From student table. Okay, so this is the statement. Here I have to give a comma, but I have not given a comma. That's the reason I have given it in this next statement. Case class, if it is a CS, it will change it to computer science. If it is a ECE, it will change it to electronics. Okay, I'll enter this. See, now you can see it. This, the last one, CSE, doesn't match anything at all, right? That is the reason it is giving the result as a null. Okay. Is this clear? How the case statements for the values which are present here, you can give a different uh, output. Whatever you wanted to give, you can give it, or if it is not present, it will give the result like that. Can you move on? If null, if I will show. Milan, are you there? Venkana Babu, are you there? Okay, fine. Okay, if null and null if I will show. Okay, if null will be, yeah,
Hello,
yeah,
I have a doubt.
yes.
So we have another add column also. We can use that.
Add a column, yeah, you can add it. See, this actually, no, it is giving the result for us to read it. Okay, we are uh, select star from student. If you see that, it is not going to get updated. Okay, but what we are trying to do it, we wanted to give a different name for this one, for CS and all, and we are displaying it in the view is different. We are retrieving the data from the table and viewing it in a different way. Add column will add the column into your original table itself. If you're trying to add a column, did I understand your question properly?
I get it. Yes, ma'am, I get it.
Yeah, that's what, because if you're trying to add any new column to the table, it will add it in the table. Original structure of the table, it will change. But in this case, we are trying to give a different name. Why it is giving this way, the result is, see, what I have done, I have given name. I'm trying to list a name class. Okay, that's why the result is likewise. Say, for example, the same query, uh, I think I don't give it name and class. I'll give this as a star. Okay, then case I have to write case class, then when CS, when ACE, end as a stream and from okay, what this query is doing, select star. With a before query I have given it as display in such a way like a name class. That is the reason it is giving a different column for stream and it is giving us the output. If I give star, here itself the class itself will get changed and it gives the result. Okay, it is giving another column only as a string. But this won't get stored, okay, Venkana Babu. This is not change in the structure. It won't get stored. Only thing is we are viewing it in such a way. Okay. Okay. If null will check for the null in your expressions. Expressions we can give it as a column values only. Okay. What I will do. Okay. I will create a table. Okay. Create a quickly one table and I will show the difference. Then it will be easy. So we will create a table like emp. Okay. Create a table emp employee. In that I will give it employee ID as int unsigned, not null, okay, and emp name where 20 and cell phone as an integer, and home phone also we will have home phone as an integer again, and this gender as a character 1 like m or n, like m or f I will give. Then qualification as care of 20 something. Okay, this is the table created. I will insert some value into that. Insert into table. Insert into table name is m. Then I will give values like, say I will give this value only. Okay, emp id, comma emp name, comma cell phone. Okay, values. Only three fields I wanted to populate. So with this value only I give. So 2 comma like Peter and some cell phone number. Okay, out of range number it will not take. Okay, likewise I will give some number. Okay, one row record is there. Then I will write another record for John, and id I will give it like 3 and some number. Okay, and also cell phone and home number also I will give some small digit because it is not taking 4 fields. I'm going to give here home, uh, home phone, home phone. So okay, select star from emp table. So I've created an employee table with all these fields. Okay, employee ID, employee name, cell phone, home phone, gender, and qualification. These fields I'm not filling it now. It's okay. For Peter and John, for Peter I've given the cell phone number. For John, I've given cell phone number and home number. Okay, so we'll see how this if null works. Uh, okay, if condition also I should show. Okay, while first I will show if and then we will go to if. Okay, if null. I will show if control function, then we will go to if null. Okay, so if how it will work. So if, say for example, I give like same thing as in the PPT, 500,000. Okay, what it will do? Then go. So this what it will do, if 500 is greater than 1000, then it will give the result as a yes. Otherwise, it will give the result as a no. First result, if true, then first result it will give. Otherwise, it will give the second result. So this is the condition statement. It will check. Okay, I enter it. It is giving no. 500 is not greater than 1000 rupees. So it is giving the result as no. For the column name also, okay, we can give a nice name as a result rather than printing the whole thing. If we can give a nice name like a result as an alias name we can give. Similarly, it is not necessary that we have to have yes or no. We can also have some integers type. Okay, 5, 10, anything you can give. Okay, based on the condition satisfied, it will give the one of the value as a result. result now is 10 because 500 is not greater than 1000, so it will not display 5, it will display 10 as the output. Okay, here itself, what we will do, we have this 1 minute. I will see some tables where we can apply this. If select star from show tables, in show tables, developers, so what we will do, we will take this table. Okay, in this table we will try to apply the if condition. Okay, what I will do, select star if, select star. Okay, if the salary, I'll take the column name as a salary, as a greater than 20,000, we will take 20,000. We will write it as more. Okay, otherwise it is a less. Okay, from which table? From table developers. Okay, what this query will do, it will apply the if condition on this table for the salaries greater than and less than. So that we will display it in a separate table. That will come in a separate table, right? That we will give it as result. Result salary result only, I will write it. Okay, the alias name I'm giving as a result. So if you can see, there is a result. Okay, in the new column is displayed. The original table is not affected, only the new table, the view of the new table is like this. Okay, it will give all the details in that type. Salary is more than 20,000, whoever is more than 20,000, it will give more as the output, otherwise it will give less as the output. Likewise you can apply to your tables also. Okay, if is fine, right? Likewise you can do that based on a condition, whichever, if the condition satisfies the first output, otherwise else the else part will get executed. Same like in our program language, but just understand how you have to write it. After a comma you have to put the condition, and from developers you can, from which table you can give. You can also apply condition where class conditions are also here, but that where class condition only this if statement is doing, so we may not need that now. Okay, I hope this one if is fine. Then I will show if null. Okay, if null will check for either of the expression is a null or not null. Okay, for that what we have to do, some example. If it is a select query, directly if null, I'll say I pass a null and I pass expression, another expression like 10 plus 2. Okay, two expressions in that what whichever is not a null. Okay, the first expression is null, the second expression is not null, that output it will give. That is what if it checks for the null condition and it gives a output which is not the null value. Okay, likewise it will work. Say if it is a 0, rather than null I give it as a 0. Okay, 0 is not a null, guys. So what it will do, okay, I will put it like 20. Okay, 20 comma 10, what will be the output now? Venkana Babu, you are following, I think. Can you tell me what will be the output now? Venkana Babu, are you there? We will come finish this one views, we will see it in the next class. What will be the output now? If null, if null, what it will do, it will check if the expression is having null value, it will ignore the null value and give us the result. Okay, it is 10, 10 Amlan, not 20 and 10. What will be the output now? No, that's what I said. Which first value it will give us the output. Okay, if none of the expression is null, then it will give the first value. Okay, same like if it will work. Okay, if the one expression, either of the expression is null, it will ignore that one. Okay, that's what I told. Say for example, if 20 I change it to null, now it will give the value as 10. Okay, any of the this will be useful. I will tell you real time example, then it will be more easy. Okay, so say if null itself I change it to 0, then whatever Amalan has said, no, because 0 is not null, so that value it will give. If none of the expression is null, it gives the first value. If either of the expression is a null, it will ignore that and gives the other value. Okay, uh, one more thing is, yeah, if both expressions are null, okay, then it will give the result as a null itself. If null, what it will do? If both expressions are null, then it will give the result as null. Okay. For demonstrating this if null, I have shown this, I have written this table, select star from EMP. Okay. So in this, we will check it. Okay. Say for example, I want to select star, display this table. Okay. Mm, 1 minute. That's very, yeah. Select the star, comma, I have to put every time. If, you can also write like this, if null, cell phone, comma, home phone. Okay, as I will display this as a phone, from which table? Emp table. So can you see this query? This query is going to select all the column fields from the employee table, but I'm doing a condition check like if null, whichever is not null, that output only it will give. See, I will display the result and then I will explain. Um, where is that? Okay, rather than giving like this, we will do this way. Name. Okay, now can you see the difference? See, select star from employee. Okay, D is coming somewhere. Select star from employee table, and this is with a query. So what it is displaying in my select query with the if null, what I'm doing, whichever is a not null, it is going to display. Okay, see how when this kind of a condition will be useful, you can see I'm trying to find the student information. Okay, he has given cell phone information and home information, home phone also. He has given either one of it. I wanted to understand his phone number so that I can call him and ask like why he's not attending the classes, what is the problem and all. Okay, but for that, for retrieving the student information from the database, I want the phone number. I need not bother whether it is a cell phone number or his home phone number. Okay, whichever he has given, I want that number. In that case, I can give this condition: select the student name. If whatever is available, either cell phone, he would have, some students would have given cell phone number, not the home number. Home phone they will not have it, and some students would have given the home phone number, but they will not give the reveal the cell phone number. In that case, I wanted either of the number. Okay, in that in if that is the case, then I can give if null. What it will do, it will take the phone number from either of the table, cell phone column or from the home phone column, and give me the result. Okay, then I can directly take the number and I can call the person and ask about it. So this is one of the real time scenarios that this can be this if null, how it can be useful. If you wanted to ignore the null values and you wanted to take only the meaningful from expressions from different columns, then you can use if null. Okay, see here for Peter, home phone is null, whereas a cell phone is having a value, so it is giving the cell phone. But for John, cell phone is also there, home phone is also there. it gives the first expression. If both the values are not null, it gives the first expression result. First expression means here the first column result. Okay, so it is displaying like this. Is this okay? And another one is a null if. Null if will be like if both are same values. In this case itself, if both the cell numbers are same, then it will give the result as 1. Okay. Mostly it is used for comparing the two operators. Two expressions in here in the sense two column values. Both are same, then it will give the result as null. And if both are different, then it gives the values for the second expression. I'll write it. Okay. Select null if I have given like a data. So this is like in your query, you wanted to check all the values are equal, then you can have this null if. Okay, this may not be that much useful. If they are different, then it will give the first result. Same like if null. Null if is mainly useful when you are going to do a divide by 0. Okay, so for example, here itself, rather than giving home phone, I gave it as 0. Okay, and I'm trying to divide that result. Okay, or some calculation result. Okay, I'll show this. Select 1 by 0. Okay, this is a division. Select 1 by 0. It is not meaningful. That's the reason it is giving the output as a null. So what we will do, the same query, we can write it like this: 1 slash null. If both are equal, it is going to do null only. Okay, null if. Okay, see this is select queries and all, you can write it in your Java code and all those things I told you. Like when you're connecting with the database, you can pass the query from there itself, from your Java code itself. That time, if you are trying to do a divide by 0, it will throw exceptions, right? We will handle it as a different way. But when you are writing the SQL query itself, MySQL query itself there, then you can have this null if it is 0 by 0. It is going to divide it by 0, then it will replace that it will the null value itself. Okay, so 1 by null it is actually. So in order to avoid this, we can use this. um, okay, what we can do is one here in the query itself, employee table, gender, qualification. I will update this table. Okay, update table is am set qualification equal to like BE, where emp name equal to John. Okay, null if I will show how that works. Okay, it is changed. The table John qualification has changed to BE. Likewise, I will change BCA to employee Peter. Okay, so employee Peter name is also changed. Now what I will do, I will write select emp name comma what will do qualification. Okay, qualification, in that I will have null if. Okay, this can be case sensitive. Okay, null if also you can write it. In that two expression I will give it as qualification is the field name, going to check it, and I'm going to check B, whether B is present. Okay, then it will be displayed as a result. You can give as result or directly as a result, or okay, result also you can give. This is alias name from which table? EMP table. So what this query is do? it will compare this qualification with BE. Okay, whichever is true, that result it will give it. Okay, see for the result, qualification BE. Okay, qualification is BE and the expression is also BE. So the result is giving null as output, whereas we are not checking BCA, right, between the qualification and so that it is giving same as the result. Okay, guys, is this all okay till now? We will see views in the next class. Okay. So what all we have seen is like we have seen about union all, exist any and all operators, and we have seen the control flow functions. Okay, till this I will give exercise. People do that. Views we will see in the next class. Okay. Any doubts you can ask me. Otherwise.